Mystery Mike. Thank y'all for tuning in. Alrighty. It's been a while since I've been on here, and I really miss all you guys and talking to you all. But I got two neat things to show you. But before I show you these two neat things, here in central Maryland, it's just a wonderful, beautiful day. It's windy, but if the wind dies down, I might go hunting this evening. This is the best time to get out there and do hunting here in Maryland because the rut is on. Okay, let me show you one of the things here I want to show you. Alright, this isn't my idea that I'm showing you, and this isn't my brother's idea. My brother is the one that made this up, but he got it off of several different ideas. And it's what you would want to take, I guess, like for survival in the woods. And if you hear that noise in the background, yes, it's my dog walking on the floor, and that's her nails. Okay, here's a regular lighter, okay? Now look, let's face it, you can make a fire in many different ways. You can make a fire with water, it will work. But I guess since you got modern stuff and you're going in the woods, well, I don't know, I guess you can go ahead and use something modern. Here's a regular lighter, okay? And it's best to have a plastic one because you can see the fluid in there, okay? So you know how much you have. And there's a child-proof striker on there, and you can take that off, but only take it off if you're going to use it for survival. Otherwise, leave it on. And what we have here is a piece of rope, okay? And it's taped on there extremely well. And then this is on there so you can have a little hook and hook the hook onto your belt loop, and then hook is right on there. But make sure it's taped on really good so you don't lose it. And if you were to lose it, that's why this red tape is on there. So if it does fall on the ground, you can pick it up pretty easy when you're looking for it. Now they do make lighters that are just red, but if you happen to have one that's not red, put this tape on there, and then if you lose it, that will help you find it. Okay, now here is, I don't know if you can see this. See that there? That there is a rubber band, but this rubber band is made out of inner tube. And what I did is I took that off where it was wrapped around right there. So for any reason that if you don't happen to put it on your belt loop, or if you put it in your pocket, that this lever don't get pushed down and you use all your fluid, your lighter fluid, so that gets twisted and wrapped right under there, right there, to hold that up so it don't leak out. And then you have this tape here, okay? Now see how that tape is cut? See the cuts in that tape? What you do is the cuts in that tape, or this here, it don't matter. You peel that off, and that's a real good fire starter. You can go ahead and use that to make a fire. Now, not the red tape, but this black tape, and I think this is that Gorilla black tape, and that tape's real good to burn. So you can peel that off and use that as a fire starter. So I'll just go back over it again. This is a regular lighter, and you take off the child safety thing on top, but only do that if you're going to use it just for survival. Then you have this cord here, and make sure that cord is taped on very strong so you don't lose it. And the red tape is so if you do happen to drop it, that you can pick it up easy. You can see it. Now you can buy lighters that are red, and then it's better to have a see-through because you can see your fluid, you know how much is in there. And then the trigger there, this is a rubber band, and this rubber band's just made out of an inner tube, and then you twist it around here like that under this to keep this up so that trigger there don't get stuck in your pocket or on your belt loop or whatever, most likely in your pocket if you were to carry it there, so you don't lose your fluid. And then not the red tape, but the black tape, and I believe that is the Gorilla Tape, and that burns real good, and this has cuts in it, or you can just rip it off there, and then you can use that as a fire starter. So that's pretty neat. That can be used as a survival gadget there, and like I said, you can make fire all different kinds of way with water, but you want to know those if you happen to lose this. Like I said, my brother come up with this idea, but it wasn't just his idea. It was several ideas that he seen that he put together, but that's really neat. So I'll leave that there. Alright, and then I have a lot of knives that I want to show y'all, but I don't have them. They're all my brother's. He's been buying a lot of them. So next time he gets over here, I'm going to ask him to bring some up. But he did give me a nice machete, and I remember when I was younger, we used to have a machete, and every time we used to go in the woods or up in Pennsylvania, my brother's property, we would always take a machete, you know, in the summertime when things were really grown up. It would help us get through, and I don't have one, so my brother got me one, and it's really neat. And I don't know what happened to the old machete we used to have. I guess it's still down at the homestead, but let me show you this machete here. I don't know what he paid for it, but I don't see no price. But it's got some nice weight to it, so when you swing it, it's not real heavy, but it feels like it's got enough weight, so if you do have to swing it, it will cut through vines and brush. And that's got plenty of enough a sharp edge for going through the forest. I mean, it could still be sharpened up if you wanted it to be, because I feel it does need more of an edge on it, but for going through the forest, that ain't too bad. It could still just be sharpened a little, but that's okay for hacking through the woods, and it's got some nice weight on it. And let me see, it says Ontario, and then it's got US on it, and there's something else stamped on it, but I cannot make that out. I wish I knew what he paid for it, and he got this all on the internet, but I wanted to show you all that, and thank you, Chris, my brother, for getting me out. I appreciate that. Let me stick that back in here. I'm just going to tell you a quick little story. The other day I was out bow hunting, and there was a doe and her two fawns, and they got separated, and the doe and the one fawn was going away from me, but the other fawn was back behind me, so she came back, and she got real close to me with her other little fawn, and they were young for this time of the year. It was only like maybe 35, 40 pounds at the tops, and it looked like it was a little button buck, and it was really neat. I was watching it for, a good 5 minutes, and that thing was just jumping in the air and running around and standing up on its back feet as the mother was looking in the other direction for her other fawn, and this thing just kept doing that and twisting its head and jumping up and getting on its hind feet, and it's just so neat to see wonderful things like that. Alrighty, everybody, I hope everybody's out there doing fall fishing and getting into their hunting, and I want to thank everybody for subscribing. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope everybody's out there enjoying this beautiful day today, and I love you guys, and just remember, be someone important. Be yourself. Till next time.